Okay, and just to introduce myself, my name is Michael Coldesina. I am the manager of travel industry accounts with Sports Travel and Tours. I've been with the company since 2011 and been in the travel industry for good grief, over 30 years now. Doesn't seem
Wow.
like it's been that long. But yeah, very exciting program, and everyone has received the final document link. If you hadn't received the link, you
I
wouldn't have
got you.
received the invitation to tonight's webinar.
True.
Just to kind of recap with the tickets, you have been transferred the Steelers tickets and also the PNC Park Stadium Tour tickets
Yeah.
for Monday before the game. When you arrive at the dinner on Friday night, you'll receive an envelope that will have your tickets to the Clemente Museum for Saturday, the tickets for the Pirates game on Monday and the tickets for the screening of the movie that would be at PNC Park on Sunday evening. And so that should take care of all the tickets. They're either going to be mobile and you should have received them already, or they'll be in an envelope for you when you check in for the dinner on Friday evening.
Yeah, I have those.
Okay, excellent. So, and I don't know if you've stayed previously at a Drury Plaza or a Drury Inn, but one of the things two things that are really cool about the Drury hotels, one is breakfast is included and they have a nice breakfast setup, but also they have what's called their 5:30 p.m. kickback. And what that is basically it's really like a mini dinner. And it includes soft drinks, including beer and wine. And just to kind of give you a sample menu, you'd have a spring salad mix, chili, pulled pork sliders, baked beans, coleslaw, mac and cheese. They always have hot dogs. So the other items will rotate throughout the week and may vary from location to location. And then chips, salsa, nachos, and cheese. And it doesn't list it, but they used to always have popcorn. So I'm pretty sure they always have the popcorn machine running. But it's just a great feature. You won't be able to take advantage of every night because of other scheduled events, but it's from 5:30 to 7 p.m. each night at the hotel. So just a great thing to be aware of. And so I mentioned when you get to the hotel and are getting ready to go to the Senator John Hines History Center, which is where they're having the dinner on Friday evening, it's just a very short walk from the hotel to the Hines Center. Shouldn't take more than about 7 minutes. And two cool things on the exterior of the Hines History Center. They have a giant bottle of ketchup because was a heir to the Hines family, but also they
Mhm.
have a set of the original goalposts from Three Rivers Stadium that are outside. So that's kind of cool. You can get your picture taken with the goalposts. So then actually, let me bring up share the actual itinerary here. Let's see. Um, all right, that's actually a map, but I think you'll also be able to see when I go to the next thing here. Let's see. Okay, can you see the itinerary now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's move to Saturday. So Saturday is mostly at leisure. You'll have your tickets for the Clemente Museum, and you'll more than likely want to use some of your Uber credits to go from the hotel to the Clemente Museum because it is about a 40-minute walk. It's about 2 miles. It's into the Pittsburgh Strip District that's right along the Allegheny River. But it's a great museum, and it's in a nice part of town. And then not part of the package, but something that's going on also that weekend is the Clemente Bridge Fest. So if you've ever been to PNC Park and you're looking at the outfield, there's three almost identical looking bridges that cross the Allegheny. And in order from the PNC Park going north is the Clemente Bridge, the Warhol Bridge, and then the Rachel Carson Bridge. And so there's a lot of festivities going on in and around the Clemente Bridge on Saturday. So it might be something to take a look at and to do. One really cool thing about the Pittsburgh area is that their light rail system has a free fare zone within the downtown area that includes both stops that go out across the Allegheny to both PNC Park and to um, Acrisure Stadium, which it's going to take me a long time to not try to say Heinz Field. So there's two stops that are close to the Drury Plaza. They're both about the same distance, but in opposite directions. One is Steel Plaza, the other one is Wood Street Station. But from there, you can easily take the light rail just a couple stops towards the Allegheny Station, which is the end of the line, and it's going to be right in front of Acrisure Stadium for the Steelers game. And then if you want to take it also to PNC Park, you'd be the second to last stop, which is called North Shore, and it's also right in front of PNC Park. So on Sunday, you've got the game, which I believe is an afternoon game at 1 p.m. Between the Seahawks and the Steelers. Talked about using the light rail. Afterwards, depending on the end time, you can either come back to the hotel, maybe take advantage of that 5:30 kickback, or you can take either walk 7 to 10 minutes to PNC Park, or take the light rail one stop because you have the 7 p.m. screening of the new Roberto Clemente documentary. So it really will just depend on the end of the game and that timing, but my guess is you're going to have enough time to go back to the hotel, take advantage of the kickback, and then hop back over to PNC Park on the other side of the river. All right. Then on Monday, first part of the day is going to be at leisure, but then we've got the PNC Park Stadium tour scheduled for 3 p.m. I've done this tour a couple times myself, and it's one of the better tours that stadiums put on. The last time I was there, we were inside, and they have an in the stadium. In kind of in the recesses of the stadium, they have a batting cage, and one of the I can't remember who the player was taking batting practice, but the batting coach, I want to say his name was Andy Bell. He'd been a former Pittsburgh Pirate player, and he took 5 minutes to talk to the group and just kind of go over some finer points of hitting and how the indoor batting cage there kind of differs a little bit from taking practice out on the field. So they do a great job with their tours. And then after the game, you'll be in place to be able to watch batting practice and then be all set for the Cubs taking on the Pirates later that evening. And then back to the hotel and then checking out on the morning of Tuesday, September 16th. So, do you have any questions on any of the items or any of the tickets?
Mhm. We're coming in on Thursday, tomorrow,
Okay.
Thursday, but
Okay.
I have the confirmation, so I can just give them that at the hotel.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. And then let me share this with you because I talked about the free fare zone. So,
Oh, okay.
um, basically, it's everything in downtown Pittsburgh from First Avenue through Allegheny, with Allegheny Station being for the Acrisure Stadium for the Steelers, North Side being right in front of PNC Park for the Pirates, and then the hotel kind of sits exactly halfway between the Wood Street Station and the Steel Plaza Station. Now,
Okay.
both Steel Plaza and Wood Street, the stations are underground, but then it comes up obviously above ground to go across, and I think it comes back above ground right around First Avenue because it goes above ground to cross the Monongahela River down here. If
Okay.
you've got free time, if you've got some free time, I would strongly suggest taking one of the inclines. There's the Monongahela
Mhm.
incline, which is walkable from the Station Square stop, and you've got absolutely beautiful views of the city overlooking the rivers. You can look into both of the stadiums from that vantage point, and it's definitely a must do if you're visiting Pittsburgh.
Okay.
All
Um,
right, great.
do you
So
know
just
it is the hop on, hop off thing worth it? The hop on, hop off tour bus?
it probably is. I've done them in a couple of different cities, and
Mhm.
I think it's nice just to be able to ride it to kind of get an overview of the city, but then also being able to stop, see things, get back on.
Yeah.
Um, I did it most recently in DC and really enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, great. And you know that we do have a 24-hour live answering service. So if you do have any questions, the number that's there on the final documents link, you can always call that if there's any issues. And if it's not
Okay.
during normal business hours, there is a live answering service, and then we'll be able to get back to you pretty quickly in case anything
Okay.
is awry. All right, great. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for joining us tonight, and
Yeah.
I will send out the link in case you want to rewatch it. But thanks for joining us, and I hope
All
you guys
right.
have a awesome trip.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Did you?